everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it. It's a neat day in the house. I got a book. It's Sunday, but I got a book in the mailbox. Crazy enough, actually, it wasn't in the mailbox. DHS delivered, and they delivered on a Sunday, and the guy that delivered it, but he seemed annoyed that he was working on a Sunday. Sorry, man. I can't help you there, but it was nice to get the book in the mail on a Sunday. Either way, I didn't request it that way, but it came directly from a company called Amaranthine books. Ever hear of it? Well, I have. In fact, I've got a prized book on the shelf here that I've shown you in the past called Frankenstein from Amaranthine, and this is one of the neatest productions I've ever seen. Amazing Solander box, felt-lined aluminum boards, needle-embedded leather spine. Just a phenomenal book, phenomenal production, and I'm a big fan of Amaranthine. And needless to say, when they announced that they would be selling a Sherlock collection, I jumped in, I jumped on, and jumped over. I bought it, the numbered edition. I paid $580 on December the 4th of 2022, and here it is, November something of 2023, and the book has arrived. Arriven. It's here. It's in in hand, and I'm ready to unbox it, and I'm excited. They make great stuff. This is, again, the numbered edition. They call it the Sherlock Collection Detective Edition, and it is supposed to be Arthur Conan Doyle's 12 favorite Sherlock Holmes stories. Well, let's get this mother open and see what she looks like, because it came in a bag, but inside this bag is a cardboard box. First, we must get to the cardboard box. And sometimes unboxing is work, making me do a little bit of work. But inside here, we've got the logo. This is the box. So I got to figure out how to get the box open. It's only my second from the publisher, and I think I might have it figured out already. You can quote me on that. Let's flip it over and try it this way. How's that? Open it up one way or the other. I got it upside down. There we go. Get it like this. I don't want to drop stuff. I don't want to drop things. We open the box right away, and there is this Amaranthine Books. Thank you for purchasing our edition, and you can read it. Pause. You can read it. Nice thick card stock, neat little printing on there. But I'll set that to the side and we'll keep it. But I gotta figure out next how to get the book out of the box. So there's cardboard rolled up in here, and looky here. I've got a notepad. Looks neat, wrapped in plastic. Very cool. Something I have to save. I don't think I'm gonna be using that for notes. But next up, I've got a book in a box. It looks like we get this out very carefully. And also in here is an Amaranthine sticker of sorts. Can you see that? Some sort of sticker. We'll set this also to the side. And here we are, our Solander box, our tray case with an amazing stamped suede leather label. Beautiful, man. Just starting off right off the bat, beautiful. And then that spine, unbelievable. Check it out. Suede leather, lambskin suede leather. I think that's what the book's made of, and I think that's what the spine's made out of. And then the tray case itself is made of cloth, like the boards on a quality book. So I guess you call it book cloth. But this Solander case, or tray case, opens up nicely and neatly, very much like the Frankenstein that I just showed you. We got suede lined, and what does it say there? Elementary, if I must say so myself. A very beautiful case. And the book appears to be shrink wrapped. So I'm going to set this case to the side, and we'll, if you remind me, we'll look at it again further without all this stuff juggling in my hands. Don't let me forget. Set the case to the side. And now I've got a shrink wrapped, numbered edition detective edition book. And they called this actually the Sherlock Collection and the Adventure of a Dozen Favorites. And like I said, Arthur Conan Doyle's dozen favorite Sherlock Holmes books. I don't know that, but I'm going to take their word for it. Now here comes the problem. I've got this beautiful, high quality, very expensive, limited edition book. I can't wait to get it open and get in there, but it's wrapped in plastic. I got to get the plastic off. And that's a part that upsets some people, makes them worried, but I never worry because I have a foolproof trick, a tactic to get that plastic off without doing any kind of damage to my limited edition book. And I'm going to tell you what that secret is right now. You cut the plastic, not the book. You cut the plastic and not the book, and you'll never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about a thing as long as you follow that simple, basic rule. So let me get the plastic off. Let me see what she looked like. And I'm excited. I can feel this lambskin suede leather spine right now, and the boards. Oh, it's nice. If you look at the suede, you rub it one way, rub it the other way. It feels so nice. It feels so nice. And there's the spine. Golly, does it look good. Sherlock Holmes and the Adventure of a Dozen Favorites. Man, it's nice. Beautiful. And then we see the cutout, the Sherlock Holmes cutout, and that tartan fabric behind. Again, it's so nice. Touch it, feel it. It's so nice and soft. It's beautiful. And that's Basil Rathbone. In my opinion, that is Basil Rathbone. See, I grew up as a kid watching many, many Sherlock Holmes films. As a big fan, my mom was a big fan. I saw them all. But to me, when I read Sherlock Holmes now, I'm reading Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes. And I opened it up and I got a actual bookmark that is a magnifying glass, an actual working magnifying glass bookmark. Very cool. And I got to set this carefully aside so I don't lose it. These marbled in papers, in-house marbling, I'm told. So the Amaranthine folks are doing a lot of stuff on their own. And look at the backside of those in papers. It's a gold. Man, it looks cool. What a nice book. I'm so excited whenever I get something from these guys because it feels better in hand than I expect it to. And dang, just look at here. Look at here. Wow, what a beautiful book. What a beautiful book. And here is our signature page. Our signature page, and this is number 28 of 200 copies. Signed by Manuel Sumberak, the artist, the illustrator who did the artwork that I'll show you here, as well as Marco Matajasevic. And I'm sure, Marco, I messed up the name. I'm sorry, man. It's not intentional. I'm just not very good at reading names sometimes. But let's go through here. This letterpress printed on the signature page. The letterpress printing is amazing. I showed it to you already. But feel it. Feel that paper. Feel that print. It looks so nice. And in here is the table of contents. It tells the stories that are published therein. You want to pause and read it? Or do you want me to read it for you? Let me just take a look here. I've got the adventure of a whole bunch of stories. So I'm going to say adventure of and then the rest. How's that sound? The adventure of the Speckled Band, the Red-Headed League, the Dancing Men, the Final Problem, a Scandal in Bohemia, Of the Empty House, the 5 Orange Pips, the Second Stain, the Devil's Foot, the Priory School, the Musgrave Ritual, the Regat Squires, and that is all. The text of this limited edition features original text with minor emendations. So I'm not sure what the minor emendations are, but I'm interested. I'm interested to find out. Now, these books are chock full of artwork, and the artwork, I'm told, is essentially an illustration that's designed to show basically a blueprint of the entire story that it's made for. So we got 12 stories here. Let me see if I can find some of these illustrations without spending all day hunting for them, and I'll show you. For this is the Speckled Band. And we'll look here at our interior illustration, as well as that beautiful title header. Man, it looks so good. And this is where we need the magnifying glass, so I can look at so many of these details. And this book did have an option, I think, that came out later on, a puzzle, a game. The book would slightly be modified to let the reader have some sort of a extra additional benefit to it. Now, that sounded really cool, and I almost took it. I almost said, okay, modify my book. I don't know how they modify it, how they would modify it, so that I could see what the game is. And I kind of decided, no, I want to just leave it as is. I don't know what the modifications would be, but I want this book to be as is. I paid a lot for it, and I really am excited about it. Again, a person growing up with Sherlock Holmes as just a part of life, I wanted this one, and I'm assuming nobody will ever make one as nice as this. I don't think anybody's ever made one this nice before, and I'm really excited to have it in hand, and it's just beautiful, amazing. I hope Amaranthine makes more Sherlock Holmes adventure stories, because this, the way I understand it, comes with rights to future Sherlock Holmes works, should they do more. So I guess I get the impression that there's more to come, and it's just it's exciting to be able to get them. And this paper, it's hard for you to tell by watching a video, but this paper is so thick and so nice. It's just pure quality. There's no way for me to explain it. There's no way for you to tell. But if you're holding this book in your hand, you will see just quality. And there is that bold type. This was done on a Heidelberg press in-house. I think the Amaranthine folks bought their own press, print their own books and all that kind of stuff. So it sounds like a lot of fun. But man, it's nice and it's good work. And just going through here, looking at this artwork, better than I expected. So I spent good money on the book. You expect a lot. And I'm here to tell you right now, face to face, honesty. This exceeds expectations for me. What I have in my hand feels better than what I expected it to. And that's after seeing the Frankenstein edition. You see, the Frankenstein edition was a one-of-a-kind sort of a book. I never imagined that a book like that would be published. But it was, and it was unbelievable. And this, a little bit more traditional of a book in terms of, it is suede boards and binding, so that's not very common, but it's not quite as out of there as an aluminum boards would be. But I love that book, and this one here is, like I said, it exceeds expectations. I'm glad to have it shown enough. And I'm interested to see if they print more. Now, Catch-22 was a book that they also put up for sale after this one. Pre-orders are out. I did not order Catch-22. It looked amazing. It looked like an amazing production, but the way money is today, sometimes I have to just say I can't buy every book. But maybe one day I'll go back and try to get me a copy of Catch-22. Bad as it seems, I haven't read the book. I know it's beloved, but I reluctantly passed. I'm not happy, I'm not excited, I'm not jumping for joy that I passed, but I didn't buy that one. But I'm looking forward to see what else they have, what else they come out with, because I didn't... Frankenstein was my first foray into Amaranthine Press, and I gotta say I'm a big fan. So I love some publishers. And I gotta say that Amaranthine is right up there among my favorites. Just looking at this book here, how, I mean, the feel, the quality, the artwork, I mean, it's gotta be one of the most amazing books that I own. And I'm glad to say that I own it. So once again, they've delivered. I didn't get the Dracula book. I didn't even know about Amaranthine until after Dracula was sold out. And then but I kind of want to go get one of those also. It's on the radar, one that I think I want to get on the secondary. One of these days I want to add it to the collection. It has sort of a red velvet cover. And it's Dracula, so I think I need it. It may be the highest quality edition of Dracula that's on the market. I don't know, but that one's kind of on the radar for me, one that I want to buy. And I may have found the ends of my illustrations in this book, The Afterword. And this book here, just flipping through these pages, it is just pure quality. And that's the only thing I can think of to use as a descriptor, as quality. And I got my ribbon page marker a little bit wonky, so I got to straighten it out. Got to get her straightened out, back in place where it belongs, nice and tight, so it's not hanging down. And I didn't show you that binding, but it's beautiful, beautiful book. Exceeds expectations, no doubt. This is a beautiful thing, a wonderful addition to my collection. I feel fortunate to have been able to make this purchase when it was available, when it came out. I don't know, I can't think of anything else to say except that it's beautiful, beautiful work. And with that, I can think of no more lies to tell. So thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. Thank you, Amaranthine Books, for publishing an amazing piece of art. And c'est la vie, baby. Doo-doo.
Hey Doc, 2 more going on yours.
Daddy, look, I can do telekinesis.